start from was to reduce the waste and having a European Green Deal. Of course, there are so many. I don't want to go into the history of CDM, Cleaner Development Mechanism, and then different Kyoto protocols being signed up, and then because Pakistan is a country, we are members of UN, and we have to sign all the conventions, and then we have to. Actually, we sign the conventions as a government, but we do not have the systems. So we have to first make the systems and make sure that all the supply chains, our government bodies, our private sector, our public educational institutes, we are on the same page. We do not do the stakeholders consultation. Even if we do it, we have got very good plans, we have got very good things, and things have already happened, but the monitoring is not that good. Like Wasim Sahab already said that we have the acts, we have different rules and regulations, but we do not see it implementing on the ground. So things became complex, and people started, getting certified for ISOs and different kind of certifications. Now, the scenario is different at this point of time. If you have certificates, you have the degrees with you sitting here, and you have got as an industry certificate, these are the degrees that they get, and they show it to the buyer and say, look, we are implementing your system, to the product level testing, to the system level testing, to the OSH level testing. But on the other side, these degrees are now redundant if you do not have a traceability. Let me give you an example. Somebody comes to you and says that I've done a PhD and I've got a degree. Okay, fine. Now, if you go onto our e-commerce website and you see that we are earning a lot of foreign exchange, if I'm not wrong, maybe 60-70% is just coming up from the assignments being made for the international students within this country. Now, the student who is studying there, of course, you're earning money, that's fine, but if that student is studying there and they earn a degree program, and they earn a degree, and they just join one of the industries, and they would just see his or her degree and all the certifications. And if that person is not able to perform, what will happen? A collapse. So, if you have a degree, you have to prove the traceability, that whatever you have earned, the marks, the assignments you did, whatever you have earned, you have a traceability that you didn't have any kind of a case on you, any kind of social, like if I go into the industry, they have to give a traceability that within your supply chains, there was no social injustice, there was no leakage of any material. And you will be surprised if you Google the compliances. The first thing comes is the financial compliance. Any compliance, any job, any traceability that starts off from the finance, from the money trail. And it's unfortunate that we have got the systems. I'm not saying that the industry should come into the money trail and we should start tracking their finances. The material concept says in the compliances and the sustainability, you have 100 kg of a material, it passes through a process, you get a, maybe a product of maybe 98 kgs, and you have got a 2% kind of a wastage which you have committed. But if you are getting with the 80 kg of the product, where does that 20 kg has been, either it has been wasted, or you have done something, you have taken it out for the text, kind of saving or something. So it started off from there. And there was another system, so I'm not going to go into the loopholes, but there was another system when Europeans, they started off with a policy which is known as GPP, Green Public Procurement. So that every domestic company should be able to supply with a traceability and a sustainability product cycle. Whether it's a pen for a paper, or it's a paper itself, or anything else. But what we did, our industry has been struggling and they are doing a marvelous job. There have been a lot been done, and that is why they are exporting. And on the other side, the system which says that the bigger players, they have been bigger, and they never, the first concept was that please pull your people in the supply chain who are the weaker ones, so that your supply chain remains intact and you are sustainable. But on the other side, now those groups, when they were flourishing, another directive came in, which is CSDDD. It's a corporate sustainability due diligence directive, which came in and it said that you have to have everybody in the chain, directly or indirectly, directly supplying you. You have to take care of their social, their environmental, and other factors. Now, the problem is a bigger player, they went into the growth of the cotton farms. Everybody cannot buy it. Everybody cannot go to that depth. So, and the deadlines are coming. 2026, starting, we have to get it registered. Everybody has to get, although there are about like 5 or 6 data points for the digital product passport. Now, I'm just taking a time to make it more clear for the audience and for the industry as well. Having certification is good, but you need to have a traceability. Number one. Number two, you have to integrate all your process. Number three, we have been just following our laws and regulations coming up from the buyers and just following them. We have to make our own centralized national policies and laws.